And it should be, looks like Mark Robinson is going to lead them to the stripe. We're having trouble getting deep breath coming into 3. Brisbane, let's pull the trigger. Down into 1 and 2. Robinson leads, takes Scotty Cannon with him. Dave Clark sweeps around the outside of him and moves into 2nd spot. Schofield now has a look at Scotty Cannon. Have a look at them all catfishing the bottom, including the Australian multi-time champion, Kevy Britton. Just gives Schofield the big hip and shoulder. Moves himself up into 4th spot. Robinson kicking the front wheels off the ground. Clark right in his wheel tracks. The battle is 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th at the moment. Cannon just getting a little bit away from Britton as they sweep up through 1 and 2. Here comes Lerenveld underneath. All of a sudden the 26 car alive early. Schofield looks for the switch back. The number 28 machine wants the position back from the fast farmer. Lerenveld puts his foot on the gas and just scoots away a little bit, gives himself some breathing room. Top 3 now starting to break away from the rest of the field. Robinson, he has got an absolute bumper bar full of Clark. Have a look at this for a battle for 1st and 2nd. Gloves are off. The multi-time Australian champions. Robinson, big wheel stand all of a sudden out of the 9. Clark sits in the wheel tracks. Now goes to the bottom side. Scotty Cannon. Back to the Hulk sitting there in the top 4. Then we go back to Lerenveld. That's the top 5. Schofield and Corbett. V8 Dirt Modifieds in Brisbane. Have a look at them sweep the top side near the fence. Now Britton brings it back. The battle's still up the front. Robinson and Clark. They haven't let each other go, Trev, from the drop of the green.
No, they certainly haven't, and they're about to come up on lap traffic. This is where it's going to come into play. Robinson and Clark go to the high side of Luke Dunn. The next car they're going to get is Marcus McKenzie. Clark looks at slipping the 5 down the inside of the 9, but Robinson keeps it covered. A bit further back, it's still Scotty Cannon in 3rd. Kevy Britton now's closed that gap. Lerenveld's lonely back there in 5th. Then it's Schofield all over the racetrack in front of Corbett. Then we go back to Rose Roberts. Here comes Mitch Randall through the field. Pizzuti, Quirk, and the rest of the field, our leaders come through. Clark goes over the cushion and almost turns the 5. Loses a car length and a bit to Robinson. Big belch of flame out of the Castrol machine as he gets off the gas into 3. Britton now starting to put some pressure on the back of Scotty Cannon. The Oz Fire Pro machine of Cannon under fire from the Hulk. The KBR Trailers, Australia 1 of Britain. Our leaders threading their way through the back markers. That's a sportsman car there, the 19 of Jay Davey. Our leaders now. Next lap car that they're going to come up against is the 73 of Scotty Quirk. Robinson's just got a bit of a breather.
Have a look at Clark trying to back this DC5 in like a midget through turns 1 and 2. Can't close the gap. He loses a little bit to Robinson every time he does it. There is an absolute gaggle of motor cars in front of the leaders. Oh, Pizzuti untidy. Gathers it back up and comes back onto the race surface. Robinson. You don't see this very often. Pizzuti about to be lapped by the leaders. Oh, we got one spun at Schofield by the looks of things in the middle of turn 4, Trev.
I don't know, I can't see for the dust storm that Pizzuti created.
You'll need a shower when you get home, mate.
Absolutely.
Wow, what a battle from the drop of the green. Robinson and Clark just gloves off and have come out absolutely swinging.
Done, and now Schofield at the tail of the field. Fast time man earlier on tonight. Doesn't always mean it's going to go your way. Schofield learning the hard way at the rear with 16 left to run.
Almost halfway, almost 15 in the bank. 16 left on the board. We go. Hammer down one more time. And the battle continues up the front. Here comes the Hulk trying to squeeze through on Cannon. Can't get it done this time by as they sweep into 1 and into 3 and 4. Catfishing the bottom, the Australia one, Robinson. Ticks off another one, the fast farmer from Dolby. Terry Lerenveld all of a sudden looking racy in the 26. Good battles right up and down the field at the moment.
Have a look at Randall.
Yeah, he has picked them off one at a time from the back of the bus and inside the top 10. It is Robinson down the back straight with Clark. Then we go back to Britain. The yellows are on again. Travis, a car park at the top.
Oh, who is in that lot? There is Jay Davey. Looks like Scotty Quirk. Marcus McKenzie, is it? No, that's Randall.
Yeah, Mitch Randall. We just gave him the commentator's curse, unfortunately.
Yeah, Mitch Randall there in that.
14 laps to run. We are over halfway. We are about to crown a brand new V8 Dirt Modified Queensland champion, and it is Mark Robinson in the Castrol Edge number 9. Holds them right up almost to the cone as we go hammer down one more time. And again, the Hulk, Kevy Britton, tries to muscle his way underneath. The DC5, Dave Clark, in second spot. They both catfish the bottom, but it's Robinson starting to get away now in the 9 machine. Again.
Oh, Mitch Randall, it is up the 91 machine, up against the boards in turn 4.
The yellows come on, and it's just not been Mitch's night tonight, Trev.
No, absolutely not. Started with a flat right rear in his first heat race and just went from bad to worse, unfortunately, as well. And brings the 91 to the infield. Marcus McKenzie is our tail end machine as we are about to go back to green for 13.
Mate, take them off and I'll pick you up on lap 5.
Robbo leads the way back to the stripe, hammer down, and Britton has a good start and tries to put the pressure on. Clark gets up the inside of the DC5 and they're side by side down the back in towards turn 3. Robinson's got a couple of car lengths as Clark and Britton side by side across the stripe. Clark marginally in front. Britton now slides the Australia one up the inside. Clark gets the drive off turn 2. He wants to bring it back down to the bottom of the racetrack, but Britton's just enough there that he can't do that. And still they run side by side. Britton now gets a car length in front. Half a car length make it. Down the back into turn 3 and Britton's up into second. Now he moves to the top side and chases after the Castrol Edge machine of Robinson. Clark not content. The Bicknell Race Products machine looks to get back inside of the Australia one, but has to settle for third at the moment. Cannon's lost a position to Lerenveld. Lerenveld on the inside, Cannon on the outside. Then it's Corbett, Rose, Pizzuti on the outside of the 52 machine. Back to Roberts as our race leaders into the top turns once again. There'll be 8 laps left to run. Britton gets into the cushion, bounces the Australia one, and that just allows Clark a little bit closer to the tail of the KBR Trailers machine. Robinson doing everything he knows in the book in the Castrol Edge number 9 out of Lismore, doing a great job at the moment, has led from green flag. Britton though, he wants the Q1. Oh, Clark has spun the DC5 out of third position. Clark has thrown away third position down there in 1 and 2. And he will go to the rear. And that will promote Scotty Cannon back up into P3.
He is filthy with himself in the cockpit.
You said he was backing it in earlier on in the night, Macca, and I got a funny feeling maybe that's what he did and just backed it in a little too hard.
Wowee, this is going to be interesting with 7 to run. Robinson from the drop of the green, Trev, has been absolutely sensational, but now the multi-time Australian champion on his hammer.
Yeah, absolutely. 7 to run on the BK Trading board. He backs the field up through 4, gets on the gas hard as they exit turn 4, gets half a car length on Britton, but he closes that right up as they get into turn 1. If Robinson moves off the bottom, Britton is going to throw that straight down the inside. You can see him lining it up, but Robbo has got some pace on the top side of the racetrack. Cannon sits in third, Larenville a little squirrely out of turn 4, and that allows Corbett in for a side of position 4 as they run down the back once again. Through the top turns, Robinson leads the way. Britton sitting back there half a car length off the 9. Now he gets side by side with the 9 as they get into 1, but Robinson gets the drive out of there and runs off down the back towards the top turns again. Cannon still sits in third. Corbett now going to the high side, and it's a car park on the back straightaway. The yellows will be on. It's Jay Davey that's gone around in the sportsman car. Roberts travelling slowly on the top side of the racetrack. Looks like he's got some damage in the Absolute Diesel Services machine. Pizzuti also on the infield. Great job from the crew to get that right front suspension repaired on the Pizzuti machine earlier on in the night. Roberts, though, limps the 9. Looks like it must have a flat right rear, just judging by the way the car's sitting.
For some reason.
5 left to run. Yellow lights are out. Macca, bring him home.
Well, let's go home. 5 laps left to go, and it is Robinson from the drop of the green. Can he bring it home to the checker? The big fella right behind him, multi-time Australian champion Kevy Britton. As the field has well and truly dwindled down, 4 laps left to run this time by. Have a look at Corbett trying to swing the 98 on the top side. Robinson leads Britton down into 1 and 2. Cannon doing a great job. Larenvelt, the driver of the night, up into 4th spot. And Corbett fills out the top 5. Have a look at the charge from the back of the bus. Here comes Clarkey.
Robbo just lost the lead to Britton on the front straightaway.
Britton now leads out of 2 and down the back straight. 2 laps left to run as the cream comes to the top. Clark still running on the top side of Josh Rose and splits the needle. Does it beautifully and moves up another 2 spots, but it's all Kevy Britton. He'll have a lap to run this time by. Gets on the concrete, catfishes beautifully, and 1 lap left to run for the Australian champ. Kevy Britton down the bottom side, Robinson and Cannon. The charge through 3 and 4 turns. Checkered flag flies, and Kevy Britton's the new Queensland champ. Mark Robinson home for 2nd over Scotty Cannon. Great drive. Clarkey home for 4th. Larenvelt 5th. Chris Corbett, Josh Rose, Luke Dunn, Marcus McKenzie, and Jay Davey rounds them out. Whoa, Brisbane. It took him a while, but he got there in the end. Make some noise for Kevy Britton. Down to you, Trev. I'm on my way.
Yeah, thanks, Macca. Just trying to get all the stuff on the podium here over the wall as we get the trophies up. Oh, how was that, Brisbane? What a race for the Queensland V8 Dirt Modified title as Kevy Britton brings the Australia 1 into victory lane. Mark Robinson will only be thinking, it should have been mine. He led all bar 27, he led 27 laps of this A main. But you don't need to open the door too far for Kevy Britton. He will put that one straight through it, and that's exactly what happened. As the guys make their way out of the cars.
Well, Brisbane, you have just witnessed an absolute ripper V8 Dirt Modified race. And it is always fantastic to catch up with this man on the podium as he climbs out of the Aussie Fire Pro N79. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the Queensland champion, Kevy Britton. And they wonder why we call him the Hulk. Look at the size of the lad.
Yeah, the good thing is he didn't dent the roof.
No, absolutely. Brilliant job. All right, let's get the podiums underway. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. Home in third place. Always great to catch up with him on the podium, Scotty Cannon. Well done, brother. We'll get you to step in here to victory lane. Trev will give you the trophies very shortly.
Brake fluid and some oil from KCK Lubricants, mate. Congratulations.
Scotty, congratulations, mate. Great drive. What a show in front of you. It was brilliant.
Yeah, it was a good race. Mark, he deserved it. He led for a long way. Probably the stoppage just hurt him. Kevin has always done a good job. Yeah, my team, thank you to Dad. Mickey, we've been really struggling the last few weeks. Last time we were here, we were useless, but I think we're back on track now, so thank you very much.
The battle between you and KB in the early heats, you've never left each other alone all night.
No, it's always good racing with the top guys. We can race clean and fast and enjoy it.
Let's thank everybody on that beautiful hot rod.
Yeah, thank you very much to Oz5 Pro, Truck and Earth, Bicknell Race Cars, Scott Floyd Race Cars.
Congratulations, mate. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Scotty Cannon.
In second place tonight, Brisbane, put your hands together for Mark Robinson. There you go, Robbo. Congratulations, mate. Some KCK oil and brake fluid for you as well. Mate, bit of pill to swallow, led 27 laps of it. A little slow up against a cushion in turn 4, and that's all Kev needed.
Yeah, you know, on that restart, we just got probably that half a car outside there, and yeah, that's all it wrote. So, you know, well done to Kev and Scott. Thanks to Prime Motorsport for the support and sponsorship of the event. The club, thanks for everyone, the guys, Larry, Bud, Larry, Jake, Dad, Jack, thanks for your help. Castrol Edge, Jake McRae Excavations, GSR and Southside Trucks. So, no, it was a good night. We 3 laps short. Oh well.
Unfortunately, mate, that's what they say motor racing is, but congratulations on your second place. Well done. There he is, Brisbane. Give him a round of applause. Mark Robinson in second place tonight.
Well, I'll tell you what, folks, he absolutely loves this place. It's his own backyard. He's fantastic here in a sprint car, but put him in a V8 Dirt Modified, he's unstoppable. Brisbane, make some noise for your new Queensland champion, Kevy Britton. Normally about now I would have that camera and we'd be taking that selfie like we normally do on the podium, but mate, what a drive. I know that thing was uncomfortable early in the night and you struggled with it, but gee whiz, come feature time, it was just brilliant, on point.
Yeah, and that's the thing about these cars. Like the way they're set up now, they're kind of horrible to drive when the track's fast, but as soon as you start getting that little bit of slick out there, they come into their own. So, no, loving it. The crew did an awesome job tonight. I mean, we had to scrape a lot of mud to try to get this car a bit lighter after those heat races. It was pretty heavy. So, no, I knew kind of racing out there, and I knew like I kind of got everyone on the bottom, and I just knew it got them better. Get it right. If I couldn't get it right a lot of the time, but I knew if I could get it right, it would be pretty quick. And managed to get it right on that one lap, and that was the lap that counted. So, hats off to Mark and to Scotty Cannon as well, and David Clark, who was up there for a while. And thanks to all the fans for coming out. It's awesome to have be able to actually have fans during this whole COVID time, and for us to be able to do what we're doing, it's awesome fun. And we'll be going up the hill next weekend to Toowoomba and seeing what we can do up there.
Mate, I tell you what, this thing, as I said, on point and at the top side of things. You struggled early. What about the battles with this bloke down here, the Scotty Cannon machine? You and yourself and him in the heat races were just brilliant to watch.
Yeah, I think our cars are a magnet for each other tonight. Every heat race we seem to be battling each other, and then even in the final we're battling each other. It's like, just couldn't get away from each other. But no, he's an awesome racer, Scotty, and you can race clean with him and side by side, and you know he's not going to chop your nose off, and he's not going to run you high. So it's great fun, and got to thank Willwood Disc Brakes in the States, Troy Race Cars for all the help they give, and my brother as well for the little bit of information he feeds back, whether it's right or wrong, but we figure it out.
And you robbed Robbo again.
Yeah, Robbo again. I mean, he's robbed me multiple times, so I'm good to get one back.
Good on you. Ladies and gentlemen, your new Queensland V8 Dirt Modified Champion. Make some noise for Kevy Britton.
Let's not forget, Kev, the perpetual trophy as well to go along with that. And as part of the 5-star V8 Dirt Modified Series, mate, congratulations, winner of round 1 tonight. Well done. Give him a big round of applause, Brisbane. Kevy Britton, Mark Robinson and Scotty Cannon.
We'll grab second and third in on the victory lane as well, so the guys can get a photo, in front of the number 1. Well, thank you once again, Brisbane. A fantastic night of Speedway here, and we're back to do it again on the 6th of February, Trevor. It's going to be a ripper night. Sprint cars back for East Coast Logistics, and those fantastic Tin Tops modified sedans back as well for another fantastic show.
Yeah, absolutely. As we said earlier, the Firecracker 1000 that the modified sedans put on a couple of weeks ago was just outstanding. Looking forward to those guys coming back. As you said, I think it's round 7 of the East Coast Logistics Series, 7 or 8, something like that. But yeah, looking forward to those guys